My glasses always no set right on my face. Oh, yep. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Girl, busy doing some stuff, but you know, I have to come and spend a little time. Wow, this looks nice. Fits my red, makes my red looks even more nicer. Yes. So yeah, this is an interesting topic where it says island ecology. Yes, in a way, for me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. In a way, for me, it's the first time. Every day I learn something new, right? It's the first time I would say I am learning about this. The word itself, yeah? Yes, it was there all along, but it's the first time coming across the word. Yeah, so when I saw it the first time, I was wondering what this word is. Yeah, I get to find out a lot of things that I already knew, but to put it like that in one word, yeah, where it has to do with, it says island ecology is about how plants, animals, people, land, and sea live together in balance on islands. Yeah. So it depends on how the land itself. If the land is very fertile, then everything on it will be healthy and okay. Yes. If per se the hurricane comes after everything was flourishing and the hurricane comes, then everything or some part of the island will be not so functional and some part would be green and pretty same way, like now here in Jamaica, where some part of the island is not doing so well and some part of the island is doing okay still. It seems as if on this side where I am living, it seems as if nothing happened. But when you look in St. Elizabeth, Black River, St. Elizabeth, and Trelawney, Westmoreland, some part in Montego Bay, and all these places, Manchester, yeah, you can see where there's a difference within landscape, within the people, within even the animals, because the animals won't have anything to eat like that because the grass dry up, everything died. I would say the grass died, the trees died, the water is contaminated in some places, and a lot of persons as well, relative passed away as well. Condolences to the families. So people have their crops, and the crops got damaged in the wind and the rain and the breeze. Wind have to do with breeze, same way, the flooding and all of that happened, where live crops, animals, and all these things passed away because the place was flooded, and majority of them, I would say, drowned in the flood. So afterwards it leave a stench because the water rises and you have like pure animals all over. You have fowl, you have donkey, you have cow, you have goat, you have sheep, you have all kind of different animals, that was trapped in the flood, and they passed away because of, they couldn't save themselves. Their persons, their owners couldn't save them, and things like that. So after a while, you see where the place got contaminated because of the flooding and all of what happened to the land. The land itself, soil erosion and all of that. So that is bad for the land, and that is also bad for the humans as well, the people. You realize that persons are now asking for food because they have no food, they have no ground provision, they have nothing to turn to, no water, the water contaminated, so they have to like get bottled water to drink. They have to find a different, normally their water source would come from the spring or the river. It depends on what you're gonna do with the river water. The river water can cook, it can bathe with, it can wash. Yes, you can do your necessary stuff that your chores you have to do. You can use it to do that as well. But because of what happened in some areas, people afraid to drink the water because there was a big flooding. So that water was contaminated. They couldn't drink it. They couldn't do nothing at all with it because it wasn't good for their health, their skin, nor it wasn't in use at all. So they have to get like fresh drinking water, right? So now persons coming in carrying stuff to them and all of that. Majority of the persons who got help, they are very grateful. And I would say when a person comes up in whichever parish and they're giving out aid like food stuff and those things, you realize that people normally rush to go and get some food, get the water, get the juice, all of the necessary things that they would need to survive, right? Because they now realize that there is no food, there is no drinking water, no good drinking water for them. Can just go and get some water to drink. So when the aid come with all those things, you realize there is a crowd, a massive crowd of people, they just can't wait to, get a package for themselves. Everybody rushing to get something because they're really, really in need of these necessity, right? So all of these things cause from the hurricane that came, so it caused an imbalance with nature, it caused an imbalance with the people and a whole and the landscape and everything, because I realized that even the roads are mashed up. Yeah, The roads mash up in some areas. The road mash up, and places where they used to like can walk, they can't walk there anymore. It's dangerous to walk there because some of the roads are damaged so bad that vehicle cannot drive there anymore. Persons can't even walk there anymore because you don't want to slip and fall in any of those, I would say, precipices. Yeah, because you will injure yourself, right? You don't even want to send out a small child anywhere, nowhere there, because you're afraid of the danger of what might happen. So some persons are now like marooned in where they're living because of the road condition. So persons are saying, if you're giving aid, you have to like go by helicopter to like go down with the food or drop the food or stuff like that, because there are no roads. They're cut off from, I would say, then nobody say persons are cut off from civilization, right? Yes, that's a way how to put it. So now you know that in those parts of the island where persons are going through this hard time, people come down and they help in whatever way they can. And, they have to like clear the debris, try to kind of uplift the people back again. They lost everything. They lost their homes. It's a devastation. They lost their homes, their 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 joy, their peace. Because when you're in your home, your own space, you can like sit down and relax whenever you want to. Go in your bed, your own bed. You can go in your own bed and go lie down and sleep. If you feel like getting up today and don't do anything, you can get up and not do anything. Hi Glenn, how are you? Thank you for joining my live. Yes. How are you doing? How is your lunch break? How is your lunch time? So now that this has happened, a lot of persons are wondering how are they gonna cope with all of this that is going on. Yes, they don't see a way out. It's like for them, they don't know what tomorrow will bring for them, really. They just don't know the outcome. I am good. How you doing? I am good so far, I am good so far. Just there I go and do some stuff, and 12 o'clock come. I didn't do any live yesterday, so I say let me go live today and just talk about island ecology. Yeah, so yes, so a lot of people out there, they're going through it now because of they get a setback in life in which hopefully they will bounce back from, right? Yeah. So the rules of the ocean, reefs. Yeah, so when the hurricane came, the reefs and so on, that I guess something happened to the seabed as well when the hurricane came. Because remember now, the sea lift up and came inland as well. So you know some of all that reef probably came inland as well. So you know the fishes normally feeds off of these things. So you know normally most persons would say what the fishes will eat in the sea, right? Yes, so the fishes also have issues as well, where they're there now and maybe they can't find any of the reefs to to eat, to feed from, you know, and all these things. Yeah, they can't find anything to eat down in the seabed, right? In some areas. Mm-hmm. How our daily actions affect island life. So you know normally them say when you light rubbish, them say when you light garbage like the plastic and those things, those damage the island as well. If you have like a lot of cars, you know the type of vehicle them in the place, and the smoke, the bad smoke from the vehicle, that also is pollution, damages the air that we breathe. So all of these things helps to affect the land, the people, and everything in it. So likewise, when we have a flooding, right, you realize that all of the debris from all over the place wash off the road, go into the little gullies, from the little gullies to the sea. The plastic, all kind of different garbage ends up right on the seashore or in the sea, right? But the only thing is, most of it, the sea won't keep it in there. It will box it back right on the shore. So when you go, like the rain just falls, and take for instance tomorrow morning early, you say you're going for a swim down at the sea, or just for a walk nearby, you might see a lot of garbage on the shore, because the rainfall and all of that garbage went straight through a little gully and end up down by the sea, right? So that is also affecting, right? Mm, 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 mm. So what we as human beings have to do is just try and see how best we can protect wildlife, how best we can protect island life, how best we can protect, does it have to just have a balance where how nature is concerned. We don't pollute the air, we don't pollute where the fishes are living, the fishes living environment. We don't pollute the landscape by burning. Some persons, when they are clearing the land, they burn a fire instead of to weed it out. Instead of to weed up the land, they burn a fire and burn the whole of the grass that they see they want to clear. They burn a fire, and that is not good for the land, because they say whatever it is you're gonna plant, because of the soil was burnt. You know, the soil, it is still good, but it's not so flourishing like before it was burnt, right? So you find that all of these things do play a part in society where a lot of pollution, even the rivers, sometimes the rivers are polluted. Things do run in the river that not supposed to be in the rivers because sometimes when you see the fishes turning up dying, you know that something contaminated is in the water, right? So a lot of us humans, we drink the river water. I'm telling you, you have some persons drink the river water and it won't do them a thing because they used to for drinking the river water. So once you're used to something, it won't do you anything. But if take for instance, I should go and drink the river water, like now, maybe it would do me something. But back in the days when I was living in the country as a child, and we were at the river washing and stuff like that. Washing and you don't carry anything at all. You get thirsty and you're there in the water, you know. You just drink some of the water. You catch it up in your hand like this. Catch it up in your hand and drink. Come here tell you the water cool and nice. Yeah. So if per se persons are gonna like, and we don't know how to stop them from doing that, from polluting the air, polluting the rivers, polluting even the sea, because sometimes you have like oil spill as well in the sea. So all of these things helps to create something not so good for the sea, the land, and everything in and around it, right? So guys, you can also comment on, you know, what I am saying here. When you, if you're watching the recap, guys, do comment on what you know about island ecology, right? So yes, comment on what you know about it as well. Yes, so the Q&A is here. Yes, a funny or embarrassing moment for you. A funny Q&A is now here, so I'm talking about the Q&A now, guys. Yes, thank you for the like. So a funny silent watchers, big up yourself. A funny or embarrassing moment for you. Well, an embarrassing moment for me. A funny or embarrassing moment for me. An embarrassing moment for me was one time I went to do my, what do you call it, police record. Yes, and I went there in Kingston. That's the first time I'm doing my police record, right? And while I was sitting there, I realized that something was coming down on me. You know, I just feel something, like something coming down on me. Sitting on the chair, I didn't really pay it no mind. When me did it, you know you have to move from chair to chair until you reach up at the front. Cause I was like sitting at the back. And by moving from chair to chair, I had on like a blue jeans pants and a t-shirt. So my t-shirt didn't cover my butt. So by moving from chair to chair, as a woman, you know, when it's your month, right? When it's your month and you're seeing your monthly normally comes down sometimes. It doesn't really care where you are, right? It just comes down on you, and it will you will feel embarrassed if you're on the road and it happens and someone have to point it out to you to say you your butt is messed up, right? So I was there and I moved from chair to chair, but my mind tell me say that, you know. My mind tell me say it was there. And I tried to like hide it because me know say it come down for me. And me take time go up on the chair until me reach. And then me come out. Me get through and me take me time and come out. But when you look, the all around there so messed up, I'm telling you. That was the first time that ever happened to me. You know, normally when girls go into high school, one at a time, a boy said to a girl, I call her and say, look here, I have something to say to you. A girl no want pay the boy no mind. So true she not pay the boy no mind now. The boy say, boy, you think I look me I look you? I tell you say your clothes nasty up. You think I look me I look you? Me say, man, those things are embarrassing. I'm telling you. It's embarrassing. But it never yet happened to me at school. But while I was an adult, it happened to me on the road one time. Happened to me on the road one time. When me go look about my police record, yeah, and it was kinda embarrassing because me never have anything to cover up and all these things. Me have to walk away and kinda try to hide with the bag. Yes, me have to put the bag around here so and I try to hide with the bag. Yeah. So, you know, a lot of times women are on the road and if it comes down on them, an ex-person sometimes point it out and say your clothes mess up and stuff like that. But otherwise from that, I would say that was one of the most embarrassing moments for me. Then there was this lady who was stopping us. I think it was in Christmas too, you know. It was December. It was in December. I remember a lady was stopping us and saying to us that she was speaking to me at first and the lady said something about if she can give my daughter a doll. I can give it because she was selling these dolls that comes with the set. You know, look at dolly, then we come look some little set, something come with the dolly. So because I was trying to get the bus and the bus was parked right there and I wanted to go in the bus just to hide my back, you know? Yeah, and the lady said, lady, you can't answer me, you know. You can't answer me. You think say I buy me, I beg you to buy something from me. And I buy me, I beg you to buy something from me, you know. I give more and give the little girl one of the dolly. Me say, well, it's not really say, me no want answer you, but me just don't want other persons to see me back like that, you know. So me I try hurry up go hide so that, you know, the bus will come from all the way at town and it will go stop. It will go past my gate. So I want to hurry up and reach my yard so I can like come out of the bus and come change. You know, look about myself and change. The lady go on with herself, so my husband take the dolly and tell her thanks and something. But you know, you don't really want nobody. Sometimes people see you, you know, and they will load you up and say, lady, you all of your clothes mess up, man, and then everybody will go and look. So you have to try your best to kind of hide them situation there, you know. But it is what it is sometimes. As women, we we go through them someday. That was the first time I was ever feeling that type of way, because at that time that's what happened, you know. And that was when I realized how others feel when that happened to them. And then, you know, you dip on the road and you have nothing fit tie. You know, have a sweater fit tie around you. Nah, nothing. That from that me always a walk with a sweater, you know. Come to think of it. From that I am always now walking with a sweater to cover myself, so that if anything, me can just put the sweater over and stuff like that. Yeah. So ladies, if you can relate to that one, you can also comment as well. Yeah. So that is it. It is what it is sometime, you know. Yeah. That's just how it is. It's just life. That's how life is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So for right now, I have some things that I have to get done. I have to go cook. I want to cook some stew peas today. Yeah, and things like that. Yeah. So thank you, Glenn, for joining my live 12 noon live today. Thanks to all the persons who have been joining. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna talk about my peas cook long time. So what I want, you know, I want to look about the chicken to go with what I'm gonna look about now and stuff like that. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, where have you been? Yes, so me just stay here and go and do some stuff for me and forget done. I love the background here. The background here look nice. It looks really, really, really nice. I'm telling you. So we're gonna look about our chicken. Right about now. Here the cow. The cow ball out. You know, so this one look nice. Wow. I can see myself. Good, good, good. Yeah. This is nice. This is nice. Oh. Meat. Me come to check if it's done thaw out, you know. I have the meat here thaw out. Let's see if I can cut it up. Chicken. I'm not going to that's when me I do finish. I'm gonna look if it's finished. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Put it on the line. I wanna put it on the line. Hope what's up? You're good. finish doing it anyway. So let's see this if I can see it. Yes guys, so thank you for joining my little afternoon live. I will see you guys later on. One love and respect. One love and respect from A and I. See you guys later on.